Tokyo. A city of blinding lights and rushing crowds, of towers scraping the sky and subways humming deep beneath the earth. But tucked away, down a narrow side street where the noise began to soften, was a small shop that smelled of dried herbs and ancient wood. Here, time seemed to slow. This was Ayumi's world. Day after day, she stood behind the dark, polished counter, surrounded by jars filled with roots, leaves, and petals. Her hands, small and precise, moved with quiet knowledge, measuring, grinding, mixing potent syrups and remedies passed down through generations. It was a place of quiet healing, a refuge from the city's relentless pace. People came seeking relief from coughs, from sleeplessness, from the weariness of modern life. Ayumi offered them tinctures, teas, and a moment of calm. One damp afternoon, the shop's bell chimed with unusual force. A man ducked under the low doorway, seeming to fill the small space entirely. He was tall, clearly foreign, his face pale beneath a fringe of damp hair, his shoulders slumped with the unmistakable misery of a heavy cold. He looked out of place amidst the delicate balance of Ayumi's shop, like a large, uncomfortable bird seeking shelter. He scanned the shelves, eyes narrowed against a headache, perhaps. Then, his gaze fixed on Ayumi. His voice was raspy, impatient. "Ginger," he croaked, the single word cutting through the shop's tranquility. "Something strong. With ginger." A demand, not a request. Ayumi, accustomed to gentler inquiries, simply nodded. She turned to her ingredients, selecting dried ginger root, slivers of citrus peel, a blend of soothing herbs. She prepared a steaming infusion, the sharp, clean scent of ginger rising with the steam. Just before handing it over, she paused. Her eyes twinkled for a fraction of a second. Reaching for a small, unmarked jar hidden beneath the counter, she added a single, golden drop to the tea. A secret ingredient. Koi no kusuri, perhaps? A love potion? She allowed herself a fleeting, internal smile. It was, of course, just a rare, potent honey from the mountains known for its soothing properties. But the thought amused her. She presented the steaming cup. He took it with a grunt of thanks, paid quickly, and was gone, leaving behind only the faint scent of rain and impatience. Ayumi watched him go, wondering briefly if the honey, or the thought, would work its magic. A week passed. The memory of the tall foreigner and his abrupt demand faded, replaced by the familiar rhythm of the shop, the quiet comings and goings of her regular customers. Then, the bell chimed again. It was him. But different. The paleness was gone, replaced by a healthy color. His eyes were clear, the slump in his shoulders straightened. He no longer looked like he was battling a fever, but simply, tall. And perhaps, a little uncertain. He wasn't carrying the damp misery of a cold anymore. He carried something else. He approached the counter, placing a small payment down. "Your tea," he said, his voice clear now, lacking the previous rasp. It worked. Completely. He paused, meeting her eyes. "Thank you." Ayumi smiled politely, about to turn away. But he hadn't moved. "And this," he continued, reaching into the bag he carried. He carefully pulled out something delicate, vibrant. A single stalk of ginger, not the dried root she used, but a living plant, crowned with an exotic, intricate flower in bloom. Its petals were a pale, shell-like pink, almost translucent. It was beautiful, unexpected. He held it out to her across the counter. Ayumi looked at the flower, then at him, confused. "The tea cured me," he explained, a slight, hesitant smile touching his lips. "I thought, perhaps this," he gestured with the flowering ginger, "this could cure your loneliness." Ayumi froze. Loneliness? Had he seen it in her quiet routine, in the solitary nature of her shop? Or was it merely a reflection of his own recent isolation, now lifted? The gesture, the strange poetry of his words, mirroring her own secret joke about the love potion, it hung in the air between them. A different kind of remedy offered. A different kind of healing beginning. The scent of ginger, flowery and sharp, filled the quiet Tokyo shop.